draw and manufacture and still paying them for the goods. Now, during the course of the week, I had a chat with the beautiful founder and owner of Hierarchy Trading and Projects, and that's Tumi Noge. Take a listen to this. South Africa prides itself in policies and creating an environment that enables black business to thrive, particularly SMEs and women-driven businesses. And this time around, we're fortunate to have Tumi Noge. She is the CEO of Hierarchy Trading Projects, Pty Ltd. Tumi, good to have you. Thanks indeed for joining us. I see Hierarchy spelled H-I-R-A-Q-E.
Yes.
Okay, why particularly this way?
Because that's what I do. I do hazard identification, I do risk assessment, I do quality control and environmental protection. So
yeah,
that's what the H is: hazard, identification, risk assessment, quality and environment.
Okay, how did you find yourself in this kind of business? And I don't mean to stereotype, but you often hear about catering, getting security and that kind of businesses that young people get involved in.
Okay, so I did environmental health. And I just did environmental health because I didn't know what else to do when I got to varsity. So I did environmental health, and then while I was doing that, I started to do occupational health and safety. And that's what caught my attention. And I started working, then I lost my job, and I was left unemployed. And then I thought to myself, what do I know well? And the answer was occupational health and safety. That's what I know and that's what I do well.
Wow.
And that's when I started the company.
I'm inspired because you know how many people find themselves in that unfortunate situation where you either retrenched, unforeseen circumstances that you had nothing or no control over, and here you are, it even went beyond survival of just putting some food on the table. It went to establishing a solid business.
Yes.
So okay, so when you decided to register the company, what did you have to prepare and plan?
Okay, so I registered the company in 2015 on the 22nd of May. I actually registered the company with my husband. He's the one that said, no, just do it.
Yeah.
You'll be able to do it. So we registered the company, and you start with one client. The one client lets another one know. The other one lets another one know. So it was a referral basis. Then that's how my client base grew.
Oh, okay. And who are your primary clients?
My primary clients are contractors that are contracted to either municipalities or the government that needs to have their safety compliance in order. So that's my client base.
And will they then be certificated? In other words, when they come to you, do they get the engineer certificate or the risk assessment report, as it were?
Yes, what I will do is I will do a safety file with them. And a safety file basically is a safety plan that tells the client, whether the municipality or the government, that this is how my client will make sure that his or her employees are safe at work. And once the file is approved by the client, then I make sure that what is in the file is actually implemented. So we do your daily risk assessment, we do safety talks, we do checklists, we do audits, just to make sure that the people at work will not be injured. And if they do become injured, then the client, well, my client, has done everything reasonably practicable to protect the employees from any hazards that they face at work.
And how technically intense is it? It sounds like a very complicated industry that you're in.
Because I've been doing it for more than 10 years, so it doesn't sound complicated to me. But, well, I have 2 degrees. I have a BTech in environmental health, and I have a B-Laris in occupational risk law. So you can also do short courses. There's a safety management course. There's different degrees that you can get in order to do this. And then you need to be registered with the professional council. Then you'll be able to do that. So it can be technical to someone who has never done it before, but once you get the flow of things, most of it is common sense. What are the hazards and how do I protect myself from getting hurt at work, basically.
And you're an industry that is not really saturated. I can imagine that, you know, probably your biggest competitors would be the monopolies, those that have been doing health and risk assessment and quality control for a long time. But as an emerging business, is there a lot of competition at your level?
There is. And I think, like you said, because I work with emerging contractors, then I'm able to give them competitive prices. So that's how I get my client base. But there are people that are doing it.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
And is it quite lucrative? I mean, in the future, projection-wise, you know, because we are developing a nation that requires bulk infrastructure, new things being built all the time.
Oh, yes, it is, because as long as there's construction, whether it's civil, whether it's building, whether it's electrical, if there's construction happening in the country, safety is also happening. So it is.
And your aspirations for the company, because you must have some vision to say from here on, I can be a global player in a number of years, or what are your ambitions for your company?
My ambitions will be to have enough clients so that I'll be able to employ. Because I also do site monitoring, so I'll go on the construction site and I'll monitor the safety on site. So if I'll be able to expand the company and I can have safety officers placed at each site and help them also make an income and just grow the business. More clients, more income, more employees.
Yeah.
Just more.
Just more and more. But how do you quantify also the work that you've done? I mean, a lot of professionals find it difficult to quantify just their time. Let's say if you're a consultant, for example,
yes.
Do you charge per hour? Is it per kilometer traveled? Or how much time you spend with a client?
Well, I charge per session. So if I come to your site for the day, then I will charge you per site visit. Then whether it's at the office or whether it's on the construction site, but you get charged per visit. So that's how.
And it's quite lucrative. I mean, the career prospects for somebody who will join your company in the near future, what are the career prospects or growth thereof in the sector?
There's a lot that you can do, because you can start as a safety officer, you can move up to being a safety consultant, you can be a CHS agent. So there's a lot of growth that can happen there.
And I'm going to ask you that $1,000,000 question. Where do you find the balance being a young wife and a young mother how old is your baby now?
He's 6 months.
Oh, unity. So how do you balance all of that, your company and having to grow a family as well?
You know, I've been blessed with a very strong support system. I have a mother, I have a sister, I have a husband, I have everyone who just says, if you need time off, call me. I'll come there, I'll help you out here and there. And that's basically how I've managed to do everything.
Yeah. Women's Month is around the corner. The class of 1956 to march against the repressive past laws so that you and I as women can have opportunities. Why is it that you find our sisters are not, or we don't have as big a group of success stories around the country? Or do you think we do?
When it comes to business? I think we do, but maybe at the same time it's because I was talking to one of my friends earlier today. I don't think we dream big enough, because we want to do the normal, we want to do the catering, we want to do, you know, you know, we want to do the normal stuff. And now when we now look at a bigger picture, we get a bit intimidated. And I think, again, is what I experienced is I didn't know how to turn my knowledge into a business. There are a lot of people that maybe know how to do hair, but they don't know how to make that talent into a business. There are people that know how to work with numbers, but they don't know how to turn it into a business. There are people that are good with admin, but they don't really know how to turn that into a business.
So mentorship is very important.
Very important.
Yeah.
Very important.
Tumi, I wish we had more time, but we really wish you well, and congratulations on just having the balance and, you know, being all-rounded and having the support structure and setting the trail for other women to follow as well. We really appreciate your time.
Thank you.
We're speaking to Tumi Noge. She is the CEO of Hierarchy Trading and Projects Pty Ltd. And to get hold of her, you can go to email her. That's tumi.mbele@gmail.com, or otherwise the other details we'll post on our website as well. Thanks for joining us.